Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. I'm Mike Briggs, your host, and we're here to celebrate what's good about Fresno. And there's people in town, there's a place in town where you can get rid of your old textiles, clothes, shirts, old bathrobes, all kinds of stuff, so it's not going to the landfill and polluting the landfill, and maybe some use will come of it. Our guest is Jené. We even rehearsed it. Jené.
Yes.
D'Ambrosio. And you have a business called Just Porch It.
Yes.
And is that what we're going to talk about today?
Yes, that is.
And am I right? Any textile, your clothes, maybe an old bath mat or towels, any textile, you can take it and make good use out of it instead of sending it to our landfill.
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of people don't realize that all textiles are recyclable. The only type of textiles that we don't accept are if they're wet, contain mold or mildew, because that will contaminate the rest of the items. But anything, clothing, shoes, backpacks, belts, bedding, stuffed animals, pillows even. So items like that, even if they contain holes, stains, anything you can put into a bag, we can pick up from your house. It's a very, very easy process. All you do is you go online, schedule a pickup, place all the items that you want to get rid of into a bag, put it on your porch. We confirm the pickup, and we come pick it up from you.
How much is that?
It's absolutely free of charge.
Free.
Yes,
Oh,
there's
my
no
goodness,
cost. With textile recycling, there on average 81 pounds of textiles are thrown into landfills by household every year. So every household,
every year,
they do not decompose. And styrofoam being the number one top contaminant, textile is number two. So getting the education out there where to donate and how to donate is the biggest thing that we're trying to accomplish right now.
I did see, and we're not just talking about Fresno, we're talking about all kinds of area, but City of Fresno, I saw the other day, they said don't throw clothes in recycling in the recycle can. I thought, well, what do we do with it? Now I know.
Yes. And so we have actually multiple outlets. Our home pickup service is the easiest form of donating and getting rid of your items, but we also have collection bins, clothing and shoe collection bins. We're really excited about those as well because we have a commercial side and residential side. On the commercial side, we're able to work hand in hand with schools and churches. And what we do, I know it's not specifically Fresno, but we'll talk about Fresno High School, is we have co-branded donation bins in front of their school. It has both our logo and Fresno High School logo on it. And what that does is it collects they have a thrift store on campus every other Thursday, and it's free to the students. Wow. And anything they don't need goes back into the bin. We pick that up.
There's no waste that way.
Zero waste. And they also, this past Saturday, put on, it was called Sustainable Beauty Fashion Show. And we sponsored it.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, and it was actually really great. And all the items that the students wore were made out of upcycled or recycled items. So we were very excited to be a part of that as well.
Well, you're way different than other people who try to do this kind of stuff.
Yes, and our biggest thing is making sure that when you do donate or when you do offer your collections to any company, regardless if it's us or if it's your favorite nonprofit or your favorite charity, we encourage you to do that. But also make sure that if you're working with a recycler, make sure that they're a closed loop, meaning that they're not just taking your items and dumping them somewhere else.
I see.
So making sure that they do exactly in closed loop, also just to express that a little bit more, is making sure the items with holes and stains are turned into carpet pad, insulation, underlay. It needs to be turned into something else.
Make sure it's not someone who just takes out the good stuff and puts the rest in the trash can anyway.
Yes.
Right. Well,
yes.
Good for you. You guys do the whole thing. How about a greasy rag?
So greasy rag, if it does contain stains such as food stains or things like that, that's fine.
That's okay.
Soiled with, if it's saturated in oil,
Motor
unfortunately.
Motor oil is what I'm thinking
specifically motor oil, that does actually have to be thrown away. I just came back from a convention, and that was one of the topics that came up, is how do we, as textile recyclers, decide we can fix that problem and solve that problem. So it is a topic that there is some buzz created about, yes.
I'm going to do this. I already have a can for cans. I don't give those to the city, by the way. I take them. I have a can for plastic that I don't give to the city either. I give them my bottles, but I'm going to just put a third recycle thing in. And all the things you mentioned, I didn't even think of all those. I keep thinking of shirts and pants, but anything.
Anything.
Bedding.
Absolutely. And it could be, a lot of people, especially, and I'm guilty of this too, is I think, well, I don't just want to put one bag out. I don't want to make them come for one bag.
Well, you will.
I gotta come for, build up a pile. No, from 1 to 100, it doesn't matter. We will pick them all up.
Can we talk about how broad your service is? Is it just Fresno?
No. So we actually, my husband Darren and I started this company out of our garage in Fresno. We're from Fresno, so we have grown it to our service area in California is Sacramento to Bakersfield, and from Monterey to Santa Maria. We do service in our mountain area, but we more hand-in-hand work with nonprofits and churches and charities up there, and Sonora and Oakhurst and whatnot. But we also service in Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Nevada, and Colorado.
Wow, so you're covering a lot of ground.
Yes.
And you're removing this stuff from our waste stream.
Absolutely.
That's the biggest part.
Yes, and in Fresno, we actually turn just at 2 million pounds every month that we keep out of landfills.
And it's in your garage.
It's
Not in
my
your
husband probably wishes we had a garage that big, yes.
Yeah. Now, can people find out all the information they need if they go to justporchit.com?
Yes. So on Just Porch It, it has a lot of the information that we're discussing. And it also has the ability to schedule a pickup. And then if for some reason you decide you want to locate a bin, you can also, it will connect you to our commercial side.
Maybe if you have kind of a community area and you want a bin where people could come and do that, that'd be great.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to call and say, hey, come get my bag. I want to go and type it on the computer. Can I do that?
Yes, you can.
Schedule a pickup?
Yes, and actually that 800 number, you don't have to call it. It receives text as well.
Oh, nice. I'm
Yes.
gonna text. I'm not even going to go to the computer. I'm just going to text you. Jené, come get my bag.
Yes.
I can put a little bag. It doesn't matter, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take 1 to 100. Actually, if you have more than 100, that's fine too.
That's fine. What else do you want our viewers to know?
I just want to make sure that everybody is aware about sustainability and the importance of, again, educating yourself that you're working with somebody that's closed loop. Again, and as you said, we are different than other companies. We don't just pick up the items. We also help generate revenue for churches and schools, in the manner that we pay for the items that they don't want, so that they can take the money. For instance, Fresno High School, not a lot of people, especially students, are going to want to use used socks or things like that. So that money generates revenue for those new items that they do need. So that's, we're very different, and we work hand in hand with the community. We're very passionate about every single affiliate that we have. We have met in person and continue to make sure that we have the same platform and the same outlook. And we have just over 200 affiliates, and we are more than happy to grow affiliates as well. So if you're a local church or school that wants to get involved in this,
maybe
then
have a little income.
Absolutely.
Some churches, people dump so much stuff on them, and they might like this.
And they get overwhelmed.
Then they could get a little money back.
Absolutely.
I get the message about the closed loop. Make sure that they're taking care of all the stuff and not just taking the good stuff and throwing the rest away. But our viewers, you don't have to worry about that. Just call Just Porch It, because they are a closed loop.
Yeah, we're already doing it. We're a certified closed loop company, yes.
Good. We're out of time. Last thought?
Just Porch It.
Just Porch It. By the way, I'm going to keep Jené's phone number, this 800. Can you tell them the number?
1-800-965-6519.
I'm going to keep that on my desk. I'm going to keep the website on my desk. If you didn't write down the information or you don't have it, call me and I'll give you the information on where to recycle. I say clothes, but it's all textiles, towels and sheets and anything like that.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming. We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.